of a week. I love it. I gotta laugh, otherwise I'll cry.
Man, that was the first time anyone's actually from my family. Hey! It's Monday morning. Bench press day. Wow, look at all that merch. $5,000 worth of merch. Please buy something to make Cammy happy, and then it'll make me happy. So I have 50 ratings or reviews now on my book, which is really exciting, but you know who hasn't reviewed it yet?
Or read it. Here, ready?
She's like, oh, I'll read them. And I was like, oh, she's talking about the book. And then she's like, I'll read all the reviews and I can make a review.
Yeah, when are you gonna read it?
Well,
You're married to a best-selling author now.
I guess I can try to read it today. I'd have to take up some of my, hey, don't put that in there. Some of my work block time.
I'm interested to know what you think, but I have a feeling you're just gonna say like positive things.
Well, yeah. Even if it was someone I didn't know, I have a harder time saying something negative.
You'll say something negative? Are you gonna read it today?
Yeah.
Alright.
Kort mest effektivt vadra aber encourage avec des conseils. Short but effective. This book goes straight to the point and encourages with concrete tips to focus on things that make us grow instead of getting stuck in the infernal cycle of social networks and bad news.
Well, is it enough to compel you to read it?
Well, yeah, I want to read it anyways, but even if you didn't have any reviews, I'd read it.
Oh, Bob's.
Oh, yeah, you're really, really getting started on that right now.
Just like you do the merch store like 6 months later.
Yeah, 1%, 17%. Oh, ready. Read now. Okay. Whoa, tap the middle of the page to change your font. Discover other reading. Oh, or leave the book. Go away.
Wait, hang on. Before the intro, you gotta read what comes before. Look.
Okay. Oh.
Read it out loud.
This book is dedicated to Cammy. Oh my God, you got Dove, Eden, Seven, Memory, Filia, and Rainier. That was one hell of a week. I love it.
Man, that was the first time anyone's actually from my family. Hey, well, just a tiny bit.
Oh, we're all crying.
Pulling the Violet move from Incredibles.
12 of 1,021 pages.
That's because the pages are so tiny.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of doing this. I wasn't prepared for that, the dedication, and then to start crying, tearing up.
Are you reading it now?
Mm-hmm. Characters are advanced and portrayed in the books are fictionless. Any similarity to real persons, living or dead, is confidential and not intended by author. Okay. The sexiest family is not the one that hikes the longest trail or has the most well-behaved children. It's a family that does most of what they have right now.
The family is reading my book over there, and I want to be there while they're doing it, but I have work to get done next door in my office. Wow. Okay, I am on page 161 of this book about the Appalachian Trail. And how many pages do I have to go? 270. I just finished chapter 16 yesterday, and this book, it's so different from the book I just wrote. This book feels actually really good. I can't tell you how many times I've read it, rewrote it, read it, rewrote it, got feedback, had someone else rewrite it. I actually think it might be good. I keep on going back and forth and I'm like, why is this taking so long? Is this ever gonna see the light of day? Is this worth it? Should we have spent less money and less time? Is anyone gonna think this matters? But like when I find myself like getting emotional as I'm reading this, not just because it's my family. I mean, I guess I don't know. It reminds me why I believed it was such a worthwhile investment to tell this story. But I got a lot of pages to read before tomorrow.
Okay, so I'm reading the book and it's starting to get a little bit interesting, especially when it's talking about like how he came up with the schedule, and then there's a line, it's like, in order to live life of purpose, first learn to live a week of purpose, which is basically what we did that first week. Started out a little bit slow, but it's getting better now. This is so weird. It's like I'm living that week over again. It's like, Eden, 17, raise your hand before I finish a sentence. Memory, 13, quickly fall raising your hand saying, I do. Me said 7, age 15. Iman said Dove, age 18. Filia, 9, said I want to do it, but I don't fully understand it. It's really weird because I've heard all this before about like 2 weeks ago, so yeah. Okay, so I just finished my dad's book and it was really cool actually. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty slow in the beginning, like it was kind of boring. And then it started getting really good. Towards the middle, it started like actually talking about the week and when we started. And like he went through like what all the kids did. And like I kind of just like forgot about it, like what that week was like. So it was really cool just like going over it. And I didn't even know he kept track of like what we did. So like I like read what I did for that week, which is pretty cool. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It was really long, even though I know it's like not that long, but it felt like really long. It took like 30 to 45 minutes for me to read, I think. Guess what I finished reading?
What'd you think?
Well, I told the camera, and this is my opinion. I thought I was kind of boring at first, but then it got a lot better. Like, it was really weird reading it because like, you like went through like the whole week and I kind of like forgot about like what I did and what it was like.
Yeah.
So it was like really cool like reading it and hearing it over again. But yeah, I really liked it.
That's cool.
Some parts were kind of boring though. Like,
what was boring?
At the beginning.
What part of the beginning?
It just kept on saying the same thing over and over again.
Like what?
I don't know. It wasn't like boring, but I just like felt like I had heard it before because it was like the same speech you gave.
Cool, yeah, you lived it.
So I feel like I was the only person who would think it was boring because I've already heard it and we lived it. So.
Yeah, did your mom read it?
No, but Dove's reading it now.
Oh yeah?
I've read 60% of your book.
Yeah?
I read all of it.
And it's got some really powerful stuff in it. It's weird for me because it goes back into my history. It just makes me realize how much we've gone through, like all the different changes, and how we didn't just get here yesterday. It's a powerful testament because it's the decisions you make today that will determine the future, but you don't realize that until you look back. And you're like, oh wait.
Yeah, it was really like gradual. Like, but then I like read it all in the book. Like, I didn't realize like what we did after we stopped doing schoolwork, because I don't remember any of that stuff. But then it said like, and then we started running, and then we started like, we did our first marathon. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize like how different it was before. But I guess it was over the last like 8 years, so.
Yeah, I realized how much I've changed. You were talking about reading that Thomas Jefferson book, and in there it talks about how you as a parent showing your kid how you love learning is the most powerful thing, and how you're doing that in your life. And I remember thinking 8 years ago, I don't know how to do that. And it kind of just looked a certain way. But now I'm realizing, oh, I figured it out. Like I did it by following what you say, your inner voice. Like, what is it that your inner voice is telling you? Bring this out into the world. Because I think I was still 8 years ago, I was still thinking of it in terms of the old models of, oh, I need to learn math to show my kids my level of learning. I don't like math. You know, so it's like, well, no, that doesn't work for me. For some people that would work for, but for me that didn't fit me. I had to like scrap whatever cookie cutter model there is and like make my own. How have I been made, or what is inside of me personally that, and I think that actually takes listening to yourself, which I think is hard, because it's hard to like just be silent and listen, and it's also hard to take yourself seriously.
I wouldn't mind getting some tattoos and some of the quotes in there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'd have to read them over.
Wow,
and decide which one.
That's a super fan.
Which quote would you get tattooed?
I don't know, there's lots of them, so.
Because I'm looking for ideas.
What you could do.
That's funny.
That's next level.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a lot in there.
We're
though,
just
huh?
like some like.
Well, yeah, like when you first told me you were gonna write this ebook, I thought it was gonna be more about the present time. I didn't know you were gonna go back, which is way more powerful, I think, what you did. But like you went back and said, this is how we got here.
Well, I didn't know I was going to either.
Yeah, you just started writing your story. Basically,
yeah, and then
your
I
experience.
And then I realized that I had to.
Like it's showing more. Yeah, it's like showing the last 10 years of our life, which some in the vlogs we've talk about, but I'm only 60% through, and there's a lot there. I would say it took me 30 minutes to read 60%. I think an hour is a good way to just. Because most people will be able to do it in an hour. What are you doing? I don't even know what you're doing.
I'm starting the book.
Oh, your dad's book?
Yeah. I think it'll be encouraging because my dad said he did it really like scrappy and kind of just like, I mean, he made it in a week, so it's not super polished. And I've been wanting to write more. And so I think it'll just be encouraging in that way. Not to mention the story will probably be inspiring or something.
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys our room update. Last I showed you, I think like half the bunk beds were down, and now, after like 3 days of work, it looks like this. Still very messy, but really, really different and open. Look at this. It's really nice. There was 2 bunk beds right here, and it was like blocking like all the light, which I didn't really notice, of course, until like you see it. And this is gonna be mine and Filia's bunny cage for our bunnies. It's not really a cage, but anyways, yeah, this is it. It was really hard to get down. That's like all the crap, all the nails and sawdust and all that. And some people helped along the way, like my mom, she helped me take down. Like, there was like 2 of these plywood boards, which were super hard to get downstairs, and it took me like 30 minutes to just get it out of the bunk bed it was in. We had to bring it all the way down this like tight passageway, and all this wood has to go because we're not using it right now. It's just in here. But yeah, it's really nice, and even though it's like super dirty in here, it's like really open, so it like feels a lot cleaner than it was like a week ago when I cleaned it.
Alright, I just read the book, Ben's book, Unleash Your Family. That was fun to read, and just to remember all of the things that has gotten us to this point. 10 years worth of decisions, many countercultural decisions, a lot of decisions that felt risky, that didn't have a lot to show for, that we were putting faith in that this would end up with a good result later on. And I'm really proud of Ben for doing this. It was no small feat, and I'm really excited at how well the book is doing. And so I am gonna leave a review, and I chose 5 stars. I'm not biased at all here. The title for my review is "This book has the potential to change your life in the most practical ways." So I wrote this review. If you are finding a hard time filling your life with your values and not someone else's, then this book is for you. Ben has 10+ years of valuable insights and practical approaches on how to create the life you want. How to be proactive to your life instead of reactive. How to listen to your inner voice of creativity that has been repressed for too long. If you want some change in your life, then this book is for you.
So, you finished it?
Yeah, I finished it.
And? I haven't heard yet.
Liked it. I actually think the thing I appreciated the most about it was how practical it was. Like, these weren't just lofty ideas. These were ideas from up here that you took to a ground level and showed people how they could flesh that out in their own life. I thought it made a really clear, so these are all the voices from the culture that is drowning out your own inner creativity or your inner voice, and how to listen to that inner voice maybe for the first time, or for the first time since maybe you were a little kid and somehow that got repressed. I really like that a lot.
So I have some bad news for you. Mm-hmm. We have to delete your review.
Yeah, I know.
You're actually like not allowed to review it. Like you can't.
I didn't know that. So wait, the rules are...
If you know me, if you know the author, you're not allowed to review it. Like if you know the author in real life.
No. Oh, in real life. So
pretty sure you know me.
Well, what? I mean, there's different levels. Like a lot of people feel like they know us from the vlog.
That's legit. They can still write reviews, and they should.
Yeah.
You should.
No excuses for those people. I said how proud I am of you.
Hey.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ace.
You're welcome.
You're not gonna kiss me because of the virus?
Ben and I are going for a run right now. Dove and Eden already went on their run. It's just been you and I recently. But Filia says she's gonna go running tomorrow.
Things are getting worse. Eden made dinner tonight. We have broccoli, and what are those?
No.
They're called like
Beignets.
yeah.
Oh, beignets.
Oh, like French donuts?
Yeah,
Oh.
except for I don't think they're very good.
Oh, alright, well. And some sort of baked herb-crusted chicken, it looks like.
Wait, are you gonna have that for dessert?
Alright, I gotta clear my stack of books off.
Henry, I wanted you to...
I recommend putting like a lot of powdered sugar on it.
Very good. Yeah, I want more pepper.
Because they're like,
So you're gonna be honest though?
yeah.
Okay, so you finished the book.
Yes.
What'd you think?
I was really impressed by how you incorporated like our real life stories into the lessons, and then like at certain times, like in what times you decided to put the stuff in. Because I was expecting more of just like our story, like 2 big chunks, like our story and then now. But it was like, there was like some stories here, some stories there, and some stories that led to different lessons, and I thought that was really clever. And just a lot of the ways you phrase things were really good.
So, have either of you guys figured out, I guess my other high for the day, I forgot to share, was, or this is my curveball, is Memory sharing that she wants a quote tattooed on her body.
Hey, I said I meant there. I could. Like, some of them are worthy. But that doesn't mean I want it now. You're getting a little too excited.
Well, I never said you had to get it now. If you were to get one now, which one would it be?
I don't know. I'd have to look at them again. There's a lot.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I think I already said my goal this week is to turn this book into a paperback. So we'll see how that goes. And oh, you know what? We're at 60 reviews, which I shouldn't be complaining because that's awesome. But I know for a fact more than 60 people have told me personally that they were gonna review it. So if that's you, if you're watching this and you told me you were gonna review it and you didn't, consider me personally offended and hurt until you make it right and do it. And for the rest of you, I really, really appreciate the reviews. And if you haven't done it, please do it. It actually helps out a ton right now because it helps with other people that don't know our name or aren't familiar with our channel and just have 1 second to look at it. It's the first thing they see is the reviews. You can literally write a review in 5 seconds. You can just like give a star and be like, great, awesome. But I would prefer if it was like an honest, because we're reading all of them. I want to hear how it actually is impacting you guys. All right, thanks guys. See you tomorrow. All right guys, quick announcement. Hot off the press, look what just came out. The paperback version of the book, do you see that? Paperback is out on Amazon right now. I haven't even gotten a copy of this. I ordered my copy, but it hasn't arrived yet, so I haven't even seen it. Anyways, it has a new cover. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. For those of you guys that love actual holding on to a book, it's only been an ebook so far. But I don't know, I don't think anyone's ordered it yet, so you can check it out right now. I'll put the link below and you can order the paperback version. Thanks so much. Back to the regularly scheduled program.